put the little icon, treehouse icon thing.
Yeah, see, that looks pretty tight.
I mean, if you want to stick an icon on the thing.
Where did you put the icon?
Drop on. I just don't know if it's shared.
Yeah, see, that looks pretty tight.
I made a treehouse thing for you. So you don't see it.
Where did you put the icon?
Need it. I need y'all to make one where it says Treehouse Games under the little icon if you can. Because I got our icon in there now, as far as the little profile thing up there. I just need to, like if our RGG we have the logo, I'm going to put it up at one of the corners of the screens.
Say something?
Something.
Well, not here, through here anyway.
Hey, how's it going? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Something. Here, through here anyway.
Testies, testies. Hey, how's it going?
Yours.
So you can buy anything here in the US?
Yeah.
Huh?
That should be good. Alright.
All good?
All good in the hood. Something about gaming over here that gets you a lot of phone calls.
Yeah. Huh?
Nope, no, it's not me.
Oh.
Is something wrong?
You left my door open, some kind of fucking filthy animal. I was just grab that white wire off of the off my bed for me, dude.
White cable off your what?
Bed. It's a charging wire.
What did you say you were gonna buy?
Murder. I'll need to look in the book real quick and see what I can find. Or what do you recommend? The effort thing or?
There's the book.
There's tape.
Don't recommend anything.
So when I ask you a question,
I answered it. It's the answer you want to hear. Am I pushing it?
a little bit. What book am I looking at this for? Oh, here we go. No, it tells me nothing.
Foot back on the back.
What the fuck would you Can you bank points?
Yeah.
You have to spend them.
No, you don't have to spend them on that.
I got 5. Well, that would still give me 1, but. So we have 1 effort now. Can you buy an edge?
Yeah.
That's one of the things. Okay, so I'll just buy 2 and buy another speed.
Yeah, so every time you put effort in, you're only spending 1 point.
So you what? You put an edge in speed?
Yeah.
Alright. So, because I know everybody else is behind on XP because the twins are just passing XP between themselves.
You know, but you're only doing intrusions.
So it just happened that way.
Once you crowd out a little bit more.
Right.
See that magic.
So, y'all left off at the entrance to that temple. At the top of the
Yeah,
stairs.
we were literally like about to go into the door.
Yeah. Which I'm actually not sure if that's how far the stream picked up, because apparently the cable went out before that.
I had heard it was going like
It was
in and
emergency
out.
maintenance.
Yeah. And
So-
that probably might explain why it was running so bad. It looks pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Of course, that's OBS. OBS is so damn like friendly for your resources. Like you could do a lot more with XSplit, but
So yeah, you guys were just about to go in there after working over those spider dudes.
Let's penetrate it.
That sounds far more disgusting than it is.
These dudes are spewing all over us. So we're gonna penetrate their fortress.
Sounds good.
Penetration it is.
So how are you guys working your way in? Inch at a time?
No, we're jamming it in.
full bore penetration.
Right. One leg over the back like a porn star.
Alright. What are you doing there, Wes?
Oh, shoot, get some sun. Yeah, I'll fuck her good. What we need to do.
Alright.
I want to order me some Numenera dice.
I don't know what I would ever order specifically for a game.
Full on Cthulhu dice. That I want to play with on Cthulhu.
Alright. Well, now that you guys are in the temple, it's fairly quiet. All over the place you can see.
What happened to the things that were following us? We killed them.
Yeah,
Did we?
we murdered. You
You
murdered.
were part of that murder.
Yeah. This shit blends together, so death after death.
But anyways, you notice like markings all over the walls, relics and debris that kind of further let you know that this is previous man's work here. Still ninth world humans, but kind of like their caveman stage.
Post abandoned operator dude.
Right. But it seems empty enough. You don't really hear any sounds or anything coming from deeper in. Anything in particular you guys want to do while you're trudging through here?
Do the markings seem to mean?
Do I sense Numenera?
No, not in the immediate area.
Are they like cave markings or are they?
Yeah, they're more
kinda
like cave markings.
You think they could tell us anything about the specific area?
Other than this was a point where the idea of deities was starting to come about, but obviously with the way things are now, that idea kind of fell through pretty fast. This is probably right on the cusp of when humans of that era started to find like relics of technology from before.
And then they were like, "Fuck God."
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But they obviously had a little bit of ingenuity if they built a temple this large.
They obviously didn't know about Igon. Merges technology and divinity.
But anyways, so as you're working your way through there, you reach what probably should be ground level, but instead it's just a large room with graves in the sides of the walls. You know how, like in Europe, they used to put them in the walls, in subterranean complexes. It's kind of like that. But in the center of the room is a large. But anyways, so as you're working your way through there, you reach what probably should be ground level system, to where people would lower stuff down into it, but the road for that it's gone, rotted at this point. The wood's desiccated. It's not going to support much of anything.
Yeah, they still do that in New England. They have these big mounds that they put you in. I found out after a few years is because during the middle of winter, it's really hard to bury somebody in the snow. So you can put it into the mound, essentially, into the ground thaw.
That's kind of morbid and creepy.
Maybe the jerk that has to like dig through ice and stuff to bury him.
I know, but I wouldn't be the one getting paid to do that. How it was cold outside, it got a little bit colder as you first came in, but then it kind of leveled off. But there's an immense amount of cold just emanating from outside of that, or from that hole in the ground.
Are there any obvious signs of tracks or
Oh yeah, I mean you can tell
dragons and bodies?
that there's plenty of travel through the temple because it was covered in dust, except for areas where you would assume these spider things have come crawling through, dragging something with them. Of course, that leads right up to the hole, but there's nothing here that they would have lowered themselves down on.
Any other doorways, passageways out of here? So it's a really big room and a hole in the wall and a hole in the floor.
Big tomb.
That's the hand gesture.
Huh?
So
The body Christ gesture.
it's you make a fist and it detects the fist and it starts the camera, so you can do all kinds of crazy ass poses, you know, and
All these funny little gadgets and technology.
What's the hand gesture to play the game?
it's a little woods like that.
Gotcha. So I'll just systematically start looking for newlywed couple.
Well, pretty obvious these things have very blatant footprints
I'll start following, try and follow the
right
pressure.
to the edge of the hole.
They didn't expect someone as murderous as him to be looking for.
Right.
So they went down into the temple, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Why are we still standing up here talking about it?
No, we're in the temple.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's another hole?
Yeah, at the what should be the ground floor of the temple.
Oh, we're gonna penetrate that
You're
hole too.
in like a tomb area.
So you're saying we're about to do some double penetration?
That's right.
You've already put the finger in it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to light one of those
This thing have a back door. Can you get one in this thing too?
glow rod things.
Yeah.
Drop it. See how far it goes down.
They're about 50 feet.
I'm going to start climbing down.
Alright. You can just
How
try.
wide's the hole?
The hole's about 15, 16 feet wide.
She's a loose one.
Is there any kind of climbing device to go down the hole or like rungs?
I have
It looked like there used to be here
do that.
something to lower things up and down, but
Elevator.
yeah, no. But it's like maybe bodies or other things.
So these creatures that climb up and down the hole like ants?
Yeah, you saw one climbing the side of a building back in town.
Not even going down the hole.
I also saw him fly up the side of the building.
So you just try and navigate and climb down the side of the hole. Alright, give me a climb.
I'm trained to climb.
Your one glaive skill.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
14.
Yeah, it's a little rough going for a little bit, but you make it down fairly safely. It's old enough and built with old bricks and mortar that you can find enough handholds to make it down.
Once down, I'm going to move away from the hole slightly. Take up a defensive
It is
position.
insanely cold in the cave that you drop down into.
My nipples are hard.
Like, almost dangerously cold.
Really? 17 on contact.
Alright.
Like
Was it a rope? Or just free climbing?
Yeah, that's what they did.
I was just asking.
17 is what?
Walls.
Make you look
And then you
bad.
set my die down on a 1.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, sir. I apologize.
But now I roll.
Y'all gonna form like a human thing for him?
Human
Okay.
centipede?
Yeah, I'm gonna be the douche that fails.
Not trained in climbing or anything like that.
How long has it been since we were out?
What wizard is trained in climbing?
Maybe like 30, 45 minutes.
Yep,
So-
5.
Alright. Gliding wings going in. It says it lasts an hour.
Yeah. Oh well. No, they would still be active at
And
this
then I'll
point.
just grab him. Instead of me climbing out, I just jump off and glide down.
Okay, that would have worked a little bit better.
Can I
than
catch
beforehand.
him? And catch him when it's small.
You glide.
So?
Gliding isn't the same as. It's only 50 feet.
Don't
He's
worry,
gonna hit that.
I got it.
You got him?
No.
What's the damage?
I didn't hear
Falling.
what you said.
Don't worry, I've got him.
Falling damage is
But who's got you?
1 point per 10 feet ambient damage. That just doesn't seem high enough to me.
1 point per 10
Damage?
feet? That's gonna drop my might all the way down pretty much.
I hear you though. It doesn't. It seems light for your fall.
Because the
Bob's
longer
door.
you, the longer you fall, the faster you fall. Until you hit like a terminal velocity.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't. Well, I would agree with that for like it's like 1 point of damage per 10 feet.
Okay, Google.
I could,
What is terminal velocity?
It's really fucking fast.
Terminal velocity, the constant speed that a freely falling object eventually reaches when the resistance of the medium
know
through which
that.
it is falling prevents
Should've-
further acceleration.
Should have asked the average terminal velocity.
At
for
what
a
speed
human body.
do you reach?
At what
Maximum.
speed do you reach terminal velocity?
Which really could be a function of mass and weight,
Gravity.
gravity.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, 5 damage. We'll go with it.
Okay.
Just
I'm gonna
because
go
it's
ahead and
good
use my
damage.
extra recovery roll for my new resilient descriptor.
You get an extra recovery roll? Really? How'd that work?
That's in Scarecrow.
That just gives you like an extra per day?
At 1 action.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Two basically gets 2 action ones.
And how much does that heal you for?
4. So I still lose.
So.
1.
Yeah, you still lose 1.
how bad?
So, yeah, these guys,
5 might, 7 speed, 7.
y'all get to the ground fairly safely, and here comes the last dude.
I called that though on my first roll. I'm gonna fail.
Alright.
Four more.
Alright, so it opens up into a decently large cave. That, like I said, I say cold, you say oh well. When I say cold, I mean it's more or less dangerous.
Whatever.
Close to frostbite territory.
Yeah, you avoid
Yeah,
that.
how's it-
Keep moving.
How's it get that temperature on the ground?
Well,
There must be some kind of device in here.
Do I sense Numenera?
yes.
It's AC, man. Somebody let that shit on.
The glow globe picks up what looks like a half buried metal spherical object in the back of the wall. It's fairly huge. It takes up like the entire back half of this cave.
Okay.
Do I sense the Numenera coming from the sphere?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's obviously not naturally human made.
How far away is it?
The open space of the cave is maybe 80 feet, about 40 feet high. But that's the walkable space. The cave is probably a lot bigger if it wasn't for this
Well, I'll
huge
start
object
moving
area
in
into
track.
it. Yeah, the drag marks go right up to the front of it.
What? You said this was used to be a temple, it looks like?
Yeah. Now that you're getting a better view of it, it's probably not too much of a leap of logic to say that that temple was built over whenever humans found this originally.
Straight up to the front of it. Whatever.
Y'all following Captain America here?
Yep.
Yes.
Every
I'll
footstep,
follow back in the slide, stealthily.
every footstep, it's getting colder, and you're seeing your breath, and it's almost laborious to walk towards this thing. But it does have an opening.
Oh, then you can make my man up check.
I mean, if you want, you can.
Oh no, but it's not
It's
necessary.
only a D100 roll. Pass on a 0 through 10.
Right away.
0 through 10.
We gotta get out of here. Like I said, ain't no fucking code gonna stop this.
Alright. So you pass your man up check and get to the entrance of this object. And it opens up and you can just see like machines lining the walls. These light blue tubes, glass spheres all over the walls, and it seems like it reaches back into complete darkness.
Machines and tubes reaching back in the darkness.
Yeah, and these tubes are just slightly bigger than humans. They have some sort of liquid in them. You don't see any power, like any obvious power signs of power here, but the liquid itself is perfectly preserved, bubbling, the same with the globes.
Still some drag marks.
They just kind of branch off. This room actually looks like it sees a lot of activity.
Call out!
Is it even colder in here?
Yes.
I'm gonna put on my...
You pretty much reached the very verge of starting to take frostbite damage.
I'm gonna cut
Not quite there yet.
my warm clothes on.
Alright. Start donning a
Always
few extra
carry your
clothes.
weapons with you.
I got my explorer's bag with me.
You going?
I'm studying all the stuff and all the tubes and everything going on. See,
you're going up to the tubes at the clothes and checking them out.
yeah, I'm checking all that stuff out.
There are perfectly preserved human bodies in the tubes. And in the globes are just heads.
Really?
Which is weird because this place obviously has been there for a really long time, but all of these people look fresh.
Their bodies powering this machine.
Funky fresh.
I will point that out to. Hey guys, check this out. Inside the tubes, there's bodies and there's heads and the globes and everything, and everything looks like it's like the corpses are fresh. There's no deterioration. There's none of that.
Really? So that punani is still fresh?
Yep, fresh as a daisy.
Moved it for a few minutes.
Yep.
That's right.
Probably very
They-
cold.
They even kept it moist.
Yeah, I was just about to say they even kept it wet for you.
Okay, so continuing,
Alright. The deeper in you go,
the more selects.
yes. There is an ambient light that starts to glow towards the end of this room, and this room goes on 200, 300 feet. You're walking like the length of a football field, and you're still seeing nothing but these tubes and globes lining the wall. But a real faint light starts to come to view towards the end, and on a circular platform, only 4 or 5 feet off the ground, there's like a metallic humanoid sitting there. He's got all these wires coming down and connecting.
Is this your homage to Giger passing?
But that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
I started thinking about that as soon as you started describing like the bodies and the tubes and the fluids, and I'm like, this is Giger's bar.
Walk right up to that bitch.
You gonna walk right up to him?
Sure.
All right.
That's right, kill in the first round before it starts getting bigger.
So you start walking up towards it, and anybody who else who's getting closer make intellect checks.
I'm trained in perception. If that helps.
All right.
15 on the dot.
Nope.
Brain fart.
Focusing on it.
13.
It's a lot like Ultron.
A message has been received.
West.
I didn't make it.
I only got 13.
All right.
He's the high number.
You two. You notice. There's 2 tubes that are closer to this dais than the rest, and the winning couple are on these tubes. As y'all are getting closer, you do see the front of this metallic humanoid start lighting up in little lights, and the center of them lights up in the same light blue as these tubes. And while he has a head, the center of his chest is like a little glass globe that also has a perfectly preserved human head in his chest. And you can see his head slowly start to look up, not the human head, the robotic head. Start to look up, eyes light up as you're walking up.
See some fucking spider-like things dragging a couple
Message has
people
been
this way.
received.
The people you're looking for, and I'll point them out
right
to
there.
you. They're
Oh,
right.
were they?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta make checks. I didn't roll that.
You were too intently staring at, like I said, Ultron. It's kind of what it looks like.
What are they? Are
There's
they
the
hurt? Are they dead?
Exactly what it looks like.
You break they don't have a card for it.
This was the exact one
Oh,
creature
really?
that didn't have the card for it.
Are a couple dead, injured, alive?
Can't tell.
It doesn't look like they're dead, and it also doesn't look like they're alive either. Like I said, they're completely in like frozen animation right now.
Does it say anything? Ask it.
Oh, you did ask it. Seen anything? says, if you're referring to my beauty gatherers, then yes, they've been around here a few times. Looks like they've brought more for me.
So this guy must understand the principle. If you want to look better, you hang out with people who are really ugly.
Yeah. Do I notice these things?
That's right.
Do I finally notice the humans?
Oh yeah.
Alright. So you got about 3 seconds to undo what you did to my townspeople, or I'm gonna permanently put you on ice.
Your townspeople. They belong to you?
Yes. No way.
Let's take this opportunity to extend an offer then.
What you got?
The opportunity to have your townspeople back.
At what cost? What do you want?
No cost. Immortality. That's what you get.
I don't really want to end up in one of your jar things here. I prefer to breathe and fuck and fight.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Why? Fucking's fun.
Here, let me show you. Well,
That's kind of gross. Do they have a name for that fetish?
Hey, stud.
It has the head. in the
Looks
center.
like I'm about to fuck this thing up.
Isn't that what ashes are talking about?
Punch it in both mouths.
Smaller than I thought it would look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll cut that in half.
Alright. Taking glances at its stats. I'll turn that around.
Damn it all would.
It's a good thing I changed that.
Made him weak.
Alright, so what are you doing?
Well, he's not releasing them and he's about to die.
Oh. Also, I forgot about this from the first time we played. The noise that was in the air as soon as y'all crossed that illusionary wall is absolutely deafening in here. Not deafening to where you can't hear anything, but it's distracting as all hell. It's like someone's drilling into your head, and that's the sound you hear.
I'll stick my fingers in my ears.
Yeah, it's in your head.
What if I stick my finger in my butt? It's still there.
Yeah, but you're a little distracted by the finger in your butt.
Sweet.
I charge him.
Gonna open charger. West, what have you been doing?
Sneaking around behind it.
Good answer.
Alright, make a stealth roll.
So sneaky buddy, you didn't even know.
That's how I roll.
While all this is going on, I'm kind of looking, observing,
Watching
trying to
me.
figure out how all this stuff it kind of works together. Can I make like a check? Okay. 5, I'm specialized, but I don't think a 5 is going to get me anywhere.
15 on the dice, and I am specialized in stuff as well.
Trained or special?
Specialized. That means when you see it.
Look out, guys. You got badass in there.
What are you doing there?
Oh, shit.
So this guy, he's raging up. Is this guy raging up?
Which guy?
The only other guy in the room that's made of metal?
Oh. Who else is made of metal?
The robot dude we're about to fight?
I think all this is I think
who else is made of metal that you're talking about?
Yes.
Covered in metal.
When you say made of metal, I'm literally thinking made of metal. You're asking what? Is he raging up? Yeah, he's just kind of nonchalantly standing up, yeah.
Music. Reaching to pull his sword out like,
No, he doesn't have swords or anything like that.
he punches dudes in the mouth.
Something like that.
Okay. How big is this area over there?
The area itself is massive. It's like almost a football field long.
Okay.
It's probably only about 60 or so wide, but
I'm gonna make sure I'm 50 feet back from him.
roughly, give or take. Okay. Alright, well, everyone make an initiative.
17.
11.
18.
Alright, West and Ash. We're going first.
Again.
Start the murder. Make it behind them.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, start the murder.
This head thing that's in the glass is extended the back too. So it's just a backpack.
Yeah.
It's all
It's
in
backpack.
some metal.
It's
Back, it's got a lot of back.
Mhm.
And it's all
Jump in that
metal.
trunk. Yeah, it's metal.
I'm going to attempt to stab at a joint, like anything that looks like a weak point. And I'll
Weak point
somewhere, because remember, I
is mostly metal. Like if you're talking about how you would see on machines, they kind of have those like
have
little
joints.
rubber joints and stuff. There's really none of that. This guy is built more like
Text message.
like the Terminator, where it's just a lot of metal and pistons.
And I would stab at somewhere that looks like it would do something.
The only thing like that is maybe the cables that are attached to them. That's the only soft point.
Looks fun. I'll swing at one of those then.
Alright.
16 on the die. It's a light weapon and I have surprise.
Yeah, that will hit.
But I'll add the two things of effort into the damage as well.
So that's
2 points for the weapon, 4 points for the backstab, and then what is effort? 3? 6. So 12 damage.
it's 4 points for a backstab? Really? Wow, that's a lot of fucking damage.
It's got rust powers on that.
It's got rust powers.
The blade's totally covered in my semen.
So how much did you do?
Just saying. 12.
So the cables come loose, and immediately the sound in everyone's head stops. The sound was distracting, raising the difficulty of the level. So all that distracting white noise drops out.
So the couple in the tubes, do they appear to be dead?
Can't tell if they're dead or alive. They're like perfectly
Okay, I'm gonna
suspended animations.
start popping the woman's tube open, I guess.
Okay.
It's kind of like Schrodinger's cat, but you can see through the box.
You know what Schrodinger's cat is?
I watched the entire all seasons of Big Bang Theory.
Look at this motherfucker.
You
I'm
said
not
she
even
does
gonna go into the
pizza stuff.
hilarity of that situation. Right there, man. So how are you trying to open it? Like, are you using a power, or are you gonna try and figure out how to like actually open it
Figure
legitimately?
out how to actually.
Alright, make an intelligence roll.
6.
Must be sealed by magic.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah, I only roll high by intimidation.
not really
doesn't matter.
concerned about or you're not really picking up how this thing is opened.
I know hot token.
Yeah.
Maybe you're done with the boss fight.
Alright. So,
Smash it open.
this thing, Jay, you're charging it. As soon as you go running towards it, it's like the sight of him kind of turns into a static for a second before he just completely vanishes.
It vanishes.
Yeah, it's you know that the black and white static for a TV? It's kind of the static you see just form over his body and it disappears.
Oh, that's how you beamed him up.
Do I still sense them
Jay,
in there?
yeah, it's all over the place. Jay and Chris?
I'll start looking for him.
How do you want to do that?
Well, first I'll swing my mace where he was, just in case he didn't
Alright.
turn invisible.
Attack
So.
roll. It's possible to do that.
14.
You hit air.
Make an intelligence check.
Yeah, I mean, that's about all I got for it.
Figure out what's making him invisible.
No clue.
Holy shit, it's magic, man, run!
Ash
You
and Wes.
believe in magic?
I was gonna try to do a Numenera check to see if I could, since I was studying
Never mind.
everything. I don't know. It's a slash intelligence, just something in that.
But what's your end goal?
My end goal is, well, my ultimate end goal is to find this thing so we can hit it. But I guess my immediate end goal is to see. I don't know. My mind's just not working right this second. I guess I'm trying to determine, did he teleport and blink out, or did he like?
Okay, alright. So make an intelligence roll. I know what you're getting at.
15.
You're pretty sure he just put a cloak over himself of some sort.
He's still here. He hasn't like left, but he's cloaked of some sort.
Ash, Wes.
I rolled a 2. I'm standing there like.
Are you still trying to figure out how to open that up?
Yes.
Every time you retry a task, it increases by 1 difficulty.
Then I'm gonna spend some effort.
I'm gonna move my patch. And check that
And
eye.
I'm gonna roll
kill
even
vision.
less.
You roll a 1.
No, I'm rolling 3.
Move my
Time for
patch,
murder.
Switch my eye into kill vision. Let me see everything.
Alright. Jay. Same deal. You can see that static off to the side, and as soon as you turn to look at it, this thing sticks his hand out, and it's like he
Rips your balls off.
sprays an insanely cold liquid all over you, like a defense roll.
Might or sweet.
Might. Well, actually, first make a speed.
14.
Just to roll out of its way. Was there anybody near you?
I was kind of hanging back.
Alright. So yeah, as soon as this liquid hits the ground, it completely freezes over. And now you too.
Alright, I'm gonna onslaught whatever.
Did
Did he stay or does he?
Yeah, he's there now.
Okay, I'm onslaughting.
Okay.
I don't think even with train 7's gonna hit.
I'll rush at him.
Okay.
Hit him. I'll attempt to bash him.
Ash and West.
So does he look the same when things back in?
Yeah, he looks the same.
Okay. I'm not sure.
Alright.
Because I doubt very seriously my God was damn.
Depends on how much effort you put into it.
Yep, someone pushing.
Alright. Is that an offensive ability?
You know, I'm not sure actually. I think
I think it is if they're resisting. Pretty sure you were for the spiders.
Yeah, I remember we rolled for it before, but I wasn't sure if it was actually a.
A necessary thing. I guess it's a good thing that those were the few rolls you rolled high on last week. Not that I have any room to talk about anybody not rolling, huh?
You push a creature or an object at an immediate distance any direction you wish. You must be able to see the target, which must be your size or smaller, must not be affixed to anything, and must be within short range.
Now this guy is much bigger than you are.
Oh, okay. Much bigger.
Yeah, he's probably closer to 8 feet tall.
Does it say the force that you push something? Was it soft, hard?
Launches him how far?
An immediate distance in any direction.
So that's up to 10 feet. That's a pretty hard push.
So what you do is you use your push to throw your darts. Give it that extra effort. Like a bullet.
Did that require me taking 2 actions though?
Well,
Because I have to not only throw the dart, but I.
oh no, you just hold it and then push it
Well,
right
then I
out
have-
of your hand.
Then I have to be right next to the vehicle.
I thought as long as you were in what you call it.
In immediate distance.
It's 10 feet.
I'm not getting next to this guy. I'll talk to him once and like, so be it.
Trying to keep something cool working.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna rush up and cut more wires and tubes.
Oh, you cut the wires
Those
off.
are the only tubes that I saw. How's his headpiece look?
Same as the rest of his body.
Was it looking cased? How thick was the glass?
Oh, you're talking about the head in his chest. Kind of hard to tell, but it's wrapped. It's got like little bands of iron, or look like iron, holding it in place.
Alright, so I'm gonna go for that. Rush in and try and strike
Okay.
the head. You see, well, that crit 14 on the die. Light weapon.
14 passes.
I'm not gonna put any effort on it. Look at it, just pings on.
Yeah, you barely even scratch the glass on that boat. Alright. Jay, this thing is right next to you now. Make it a speed defense. Because of course, there's no chance of you ever hitting me. Alright, you two.
Had it not been leaning, you would have hit.
Onslaught again.
And start
15 on the die.
15 runs.
And then I will put effort into the damage, so that would be 7.
7? Alright.
Just do your pencil.
And Jay?
Attack them. Kind of going for the head.
Which one?
Oh, it's a
Chest head?
One.
A 1?
it's electricity damage if that makes any difference.
Not at this point. Alright. As soon as you attempt to hit him, he backs off, and you can hear like the sound of grinding metal, and a few of those orbs that you saw from above the pyramid come flying out of the walls. But they're not doing anything right now. West and Ash.
How big are the orbs?
The flying orbs are like maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet across. They're fairly small.
I will go ahead and attack the head in the chest.
Okay. That hits. For a +1 to the damage too.
So I'll put the 2 after we do it again.
So 6, 8, 9. Alright. You jam the dagger and it does puncture through the glass, but it's obviously not like glass. It's more like a super durable, transparent synth. So it just punctures a clean hole into it, and all this cold liquid starts kind of spraying out of it, slowly draining.
Cool.
Ash?
So this orb comes out. These 2 orbs come out of the ceiling.
Right.
I'm gonna push one right back into the ceiling. Get your ass back in there.
Alright. So these things start flying out, and one of them just gets jammed right back in the hole. Make it an attack roll.
9.
Right. So it'll be stuck there for a round.
Okay.
Push one into the other.
Look, we'd still have to hit it.
Alright, Jay. Speed defense. Roll 1 point.
8.
That still passes, fucker. Because you reduce it by 2, don't you?
No, just 1.
Oh, just 1? Oh, that does hit. Alright. Which you gets 5
So
damage.
excited.
I am.
Just can't. That's like 1 point for you.
And make a might defense roll.
Right there on the edge. Such intense cold flows through you that for a second you feel all your muscles lock up. But you're able to shrug it off this time. Chris, then the orbs, then Jack.
Okay. Alright, before I do anything, I want to make a Numenera check to see, because you said that whatever fluids in here is leaking out. Can I see, I wanted to make a check to see how that's affecting him, if that makes any sense.
Not really. It looks like whatever the liquid is was used to preserve the head that was inside the globe.
Gotcha. So it's got nothing to do with what else he's got going on, really. Gotcha. Okay. Never mind then.
It's not quite liquid nitrogen. Because
Gotcha.
it doesn't leave like the frost and freezing.
Gotcha.
But it is. It's like close to that cold.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, then I guess I'm onslaughting again.
Alright. Big bolt of lightning. Now, how does this work? Are you like shooting lightning?
Out of my chest,
And
basically.
it's coming from your chest? Okay.
Yep.
Because when I was picturing it in my head, I had this really cool mental image of the thing in your chest, but like small bands of metal in your arms so that you could onslaught the lightning bolts out of your hands.
Well, that's how the shocks are working. Is out of
Oh,
my
well, if
hands.
that's the case, then
Yeah, the shocks are coming out of my hands and the onslaught's coming out of my chest.
okay.
I like to see these got little mini testicles for nipples.
No, not at all.
Tesla coils for nipples. They kind of just spark
Alright,
together and
so
shoot
you're
out. Iron Manning it up.
Yeah. 9 with a train, does that hit?
Yes.
Okay. And then effort again. So that's 7 over 7.
Alright. Now these orbs. I think I remember the damage, but I'm not sure. That's what they look like as well.
Mini Death Stone.
Maybe that's
No.
Like the training things that Luke was.
Yeah, that's almost exactly what they look like. Oh, wow. Alright, west.
Yeah.
We have 3 of them flying a small circular pattern around you to make it a speed defense.
I dodge.
Wait, I thought only
Can
you
you
could
hit
zero.
me?
6.
Oh.
Can they hit me?
Yes.
How many? 3?
No, just 1. They're attacking in
15.
unison. Or unison. 15? Okay, that passes. And 2 on Ash. But these are 2 separate speed defenses. The 3 on him act as a swarm.
9 and 20.
Wow. Yeah. Would you like some sort of minor effect with that, sir?
I would like my nipples to low. No.
Low? 20?
Oh, wait.
Isn't there something with your focus?
That's what I was just thinking about. Masters defense, storms of the moon, explosion mines places. It says while out of phase you get +1 to speed defense stats, but I'm not out of phase.
Aren't you constantly out of phase?
Sort of.
Or is that the name of an actual ability?
No, it just says minor effect suggestion. I mean, I'll take the +1 to speed defense.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Out of phase isn't capitalized like an ability
Nope.
because you're
It says out of
constantly out of
phase.
phase. I mean, that's like you.
No, it doesn't say anything about an ability.
Just sometimes you're more solid than others.
Oh yeah. See, what are the
Wow.
minor effects?
I would agree.
You know that pluck.
Yeah, I'll take that. Speed effects.
He's like, this
Alright.
table has women swimming in their own pools of excitement all over the world.
Oh, excitement! I read that as excrement from here.
Dude, I read it from here. And
I'm
you
sorry,
got it
I
right in front of you.
I was getting a way different middle image of that than you were.
Text message.
That'd be pretty hot too, though.
No.
Yeah, it would.
Alright, so you get a +1 to speed defense. And now, Jay's turn.
What's up, gentlemen?
You still rolling like shit? What'd you roll?
8.
Alright. Back to Ash and West. So you got,
What
you've got 2 of these orbs floating around you. You've got 3 flying around you. Both of y'all's good. I can do.
do you want to do?
Can I shield that shit since I have a shield?
You can try.
Is that considered light or medium light?
Yeah! You do that shit. Let's go half on the
Screw again.
Yep. Not doing that again. What is it considered?
What?
Probably a medium weapon.
How you doing, Luke Waffle?
Okay,
Shield?
I'm not like proficient
I just gotta see
in medium. I
this
get
ball
negative
here.
things.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
don't know. I mean, it doesn't have
The
stats.
orbs are difficulty 1.
So I just want to go around.
You can't act close to losing it, dude.
I'm glad I had my foot underneath the table like this. That's what stopped me.
So I'm going dart at it. It's a light weapon, so.
Huh?
I like this.
You gonna erase your purple notebook?
So the difficulty 1 with a light weapon, it means I only
It's
that's
an automatic hit.
unless I roll a 1, right?
Text message.
You don't have to
Text
roll.
message.
So I won't even take the chance
You-
of rolling a 1.
Yeah, if something is automatic, you don't have to roll, but you can choose to roll in the hopes that you get a 20.
I'll choose to roll. In hopes that I don't get a 1.
Yeah.
I did get a 4, so I didn't get a 1.
It's close. How much damage do you do?
2 points.
Huh?
2 points.
I'm gonna fall off the back of the sun.
Why don't you just bring your chair over here? You should sit on the weight bench. Yeah.
What's up, Lost? Yeah, it's a great game, man.
Evening, gents.
So you did 2 points.
Does it blow up or anything like that?
The orb? No.
This is the GM right
You
here.
did some damage, just not a lot.
Question. So when I do a multi-attack right here, right? And I put effort, would that be effort per
Multi-attack?
chart? Yeah, I'm gonna just fuck them all up. Will it be, you know, like a spinning barrage?
How are you gonna do that?
Whirl a dervish.
Whirling dervishes, man.
Whirling
Whirling dervishes. Whirling and dervishes.
You know that was us fudging the rules, right?
So we can continue to fudge the fucking rules.
If you can roll that many 20s in a row, then we'll do it.
How many do I need?
He's been rolling better tonight. I think he transferred it over to me. I can't hit shit.
Fuck it. I'll just get one of the orbs. 15.
Yeah. Hit it easily.
I will, so the 2 damage that he did, it does look damaged,
It did, yeah, it did some damage. It didn't kill it though.
but it looked damaged.
Yeah, it looked like he did some damage. You want me to look it up on Google how to say that in another language?
Would you?
I will. Just for you.
What were you gonna say?
He did some damage. What do you want to say then?
Let's do Japanese, because that's always good. How do you say he did some damage in Japanese?
彼はいくつかの損害を与えた。
Much more elegant that way. I didn't even give you the phonetic way of saying
So
it.
what are you gonna do?
I hit it, and I would like to try and hit another one.
So you hit it. How much damage do you do?
2 damage.
Right. Doesn't kill it.
That's the only shitty part about mine. I can't wait till I hit my next tier so I can take that assassin shit where I can spend a point of speed and it does like 5 extra damage.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Holy
fucking
shit.
sick. pretty sure it might be 2 for 5, but
Alright.
We
So-
should all play jacks because that's what the OP is shit.
don't you know that you always play whatever I pick?
Jacks are definitely the most versatile. Speed defense jack. This thing will hit you with something. There you go. Alright.
hit me last time.
Well, I mean more than just once. So, 1 damage. To make a might defense. 14. Damn. You trained with might defenses too, ain't you? Yep. Son of a bitch. Alright.
Some of my bitch.
Stress.
Onslaught again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, 6.
6 will
Even
not.
with not trained
Yeah,
yet.
no.
Gotcha. Figured.
Alright.
Why's that?
No, it's
No,
the
it's- Alright. So, the third one that you shoved back into the hole finally dislodges itself, flies down, and starts circling you with the other 2. So now they're attacking as a swarm. It's a single defense roll. Against, I believe it's a level 3.
So it's 4 points of damage.
You're not playing the jack. Alright.
Good luck.
So,
But
Good.
I do have a
shield axe is
How-
dashed at them.
How far away is it?
8. Okay, no, that succeeds.
Oh, got it.
And then the other 3 on the west. The speed defense. That is an epic goatee. I agree. I wish I
Thank
could
you.
grow one like it.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Okay.
I could, it would just look kind of.
I've got something
Not as
very
bad.
similar with the hanging from the balls. But it's that thick and fluid though. How many? Just the one?
Yeah.
19.
She looks like Fidel Castro with a long nose.
Your next attack will reduce difficulty by 1. Well, what do you attack?
What am I attacking?
Yeah, wait, you're attacking the orbs?
Yeah.
Hey, you're
Oh,
going.
shit.
I was a speed defense.
Clarifying something. You're using.
Okay.
I wish you would remind me you're using a light weapon. It's automatic hit for you.
Oh, with these things?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's only level 1.
Then I can just hit multiples, right?
Like I said, if you could roll a 20 on each attack, yeah.
Basically, that's a world of difference for free.
Alright, so back to Jack. We'll say you get a +1 on your next damage. West. Since you rolled the 19.
Hit him. Got it.
No.
Should stuck
Not trained in anything?
That was a 20.
It was a
rolled off.
crit that fell off, just so you know.
Why aren't you rolling in the box, man? Is that why you're putting the box on top of the book? Because it's got to be on top of the book to count? Is it?
No.
Alright, Weston Ash.
I really should have took fucking fights with 2 weapons. I think that shit is so stupid that you can't use 2 weapons. And it wasn't anywhere in the player's option. What's
You
my
can.
cook's fucking Twitter account?
We already house ruled that you can fight with 2 weapons if you want.
Well, I'm fighting with 2 weapons.
Right.
That's why I wanted to do the double hit. And so you're saying I have to correct.
No. What you were trying to say is you wanted to get off multiple attacks on like 3 or 4 different things.
Yeah, like a spin. Where would the nerves be? Alright, so I want to attack.
What we came up with for dual wielding is fine.
Oh,
Just increase difficulty by 2 on each attack.
alright, so it's light, so
And see, that's another thing I was thinking about. You can become trained and specialized in specific abilities, but not in offense in general. So I don't see why you can't become trained and specialized in specific weapons either.
like training
that was-
knives or daggers
So like
or
you
whatever.
can become specialized
I
in
like that.
daggers.
Let's consider I'm specialized in this. You wanna go?
Yeah, I'll throw a dart at previous one that I hit.
Okay.
What was that Dragon
And I'll put the
Magazine
effort into the
article?
damage.
What?
Effort into damage.
Okay.
The Dragon Magazine
So,
article.
5 points.
Level
Oh.
13.
Yeah, as soon as you hit it, basically knocks it out of the air and destroys the little red glass.
Okay.
Level
active as a
13
sniper.
Dark Throwing Warrior. From the Dragon Magazine article. About it was like a level 13 warrior specialized in darts. That's the only weapon he would use.
Huh, I don't remember that at all.
But I would like to do that. Put 1-1.
Alright. No problem.
First one.
3 to hit.
1.
Yes.
Wow.
Second. So we're not into that.
Alright.
I know you went clapping.
This thing, the Ultron looking homeboy, sees how intent you are on attacking with both of these daggers and the orbs flying around you. So he reaches around and tries to smack
Does
it.
he reach around? He smacks the orb for me?
No, he smacks you.
He smacks you
Just
while
gets an
giving
automatic
you
hit.
No, I was gonna say no
Smacks-
speed defense.
What? Mine? Speed.
Speed. First speed. Did you?
God, I'm never gonna be allowed to sit next to you again.
Alright, so that's an extra 4 damage. So 9 damage and make a might defense.
3 for
Hold on.
6.
I'll take that.
Woo! My hero!
Now you tell me that?
Before the damage is applied,
What ability is that?
it's the
Oh,
I'll
one
take
of
the
the
hit.
player's option
Text
thing?
message.
it's an automatic hit, but it's gonna use my next attack. So that's okay.
So it's 9 damage.
Well, no, it's not from all.
He already rolled the 1, man.
No, I mean, how's he doing 9? Or that was
Because
from
he
one
rolled
hit
a 1.
or multiple
No,
attacks.
1 hit. When you roll a 1 on a speed defense, I can just add 4 points of damage to
Oh,
it
okay.
instead of
So
an
5.
effect.
Thank you, Chip.
5, and it's actually 6. Is a good extra point.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Doesn't
It'll
it?
make a light defense
Hey, that's 50.
12.
on the money.
50 shin off your family's debt.
So this thing comes swinging around, ice cold hands, and Jay just like sees it coming. Jay rolls over in front of it, takes the brunt of the hit. Pretty big hit even for his heavy armor. But again, you don't lose your turn, which would have been interesting because you might have had
Well,
to
I
lose 2
did,
turns.
yeah. I lost my attack.
Appreciate that, man. Way to be a defender.
So that was you trying to attack the orbs. Now it's him again.
I slipped on a patch of
Attack.
ice from where that shit's leaking out of that thing. Feasible, right? Right? Thought so.
So that's 1 point and then it might.
I love how you turn off notifications
Now
for
you
posts.
lose 2.
Two.
Chris. This thing has all of a sudden just started beating the shit out of Jay.
Shit.
You
Onslaught.
can see ice just forming all over his armor.
No. Not a 1.
Okay. I was about to say, did you roll on 1 too? West's single speed defense and Ash's 2. Because they're no longer able to swarm Ash.
See that shit roll off that fucking 1 again? I was about to punch you in the fucking face.
That's what he got.
Sit that shit halfway.
I got 1 and a 7.
I got a 19.
So the 7 passes what?
A 19
A 19 on defense?
on the defense.
Okay. So you're fine.
Ash, the one beam that does hit you deals 6 points.
Jesus. And armor counts against that, right?
Armor does count against it, yeah. Alright, and then it goes, Jay's missing this turn and next turn, so it goes back to Ash and West.
God.
Yeah, no shit, dude. I'm gonna shame the fuck out of these dudes. I'm just gonna have a picture of Chris holding our dice. I'll be like, see what happens when Chris gets close to your dice?
Like, we roll enough ones, we're gonna dig twice into this.
No, because they're
Yeah, get no XP for ones.
Alright, so
We don't get XP
again,
for 20s either, though.
I'm going to try and hit both of them.
Okay. Don't roll one this time.
19.
That's enough for plus 3 damage.
See that damn 16 roll off that bitch? And 3.
3 does hit.
Alright, cool.
So one of them's going to be taking 5 damage from the 19.
Does that destroy it?
Yes.
Or I'll put a point of effort into the other one to do 4 or 6 damage to that.
Alright. So you take out 2 of them. Now there's just one floating around, still firing its little beam
Hey.
at you.
Does it look lonely?
Yes.
Fuck
What are you doing?
yeah.
I am gonna have to bring.
I was surprised you didn't move the big ass fucking chair over and sit in it like it's some goddamn throne. Other than it's so
It's
short.
too low.
Yeah,
You already so short.
I wouldn't be able to see all over the computer screen.
You're sitting on that high ass chair and he's still level with Chris. And he's sitting in that shit and you'll see the top of his bald nose sticking over his mouth.
So,
Wait, that's what you doing, Slick?
I guess I'm just gonna throw another dart. One of the other ones around me.
Alright.
16, which, yeah, I hit it anyway, but I don't do it.
Not gonna try and like shove one into the other.
So I'm gonna put some effort into it as well.
Was that sarcasm? Talk about how I fight these fucking things?
So I'm gonna do 5 points of damage.
What's that?
So 5 points.
Yep. That one goes flying out of the air. There's so much trash and refuse now. You already destroyed one, so they're not spawning. That's a good thing.
Yeah, there's only one left right now.
Jay. You're still barely able to defend yourself at this.
11.
11 does pass with the shield. Just got your shield up in time. Yeah. Chris?
What happened to you?
There's so much cold, yeah, coming from him that it's making him lose his turn.
Goddamn one.
Was it a 1? Are you serious? There's another 1.
I said, fuck the treehouse game, and it should have been like the fumblers. You know. Fumblers game.
How many is that so far? That's 1, 2.
I rolled fucking 2
4,
one back to back. I rolled 1.
5 so far tonight?
Wow. Fuck out my house.
See, you would have made it second mission, man. 1.
One day.
1 gives me free reign to fuck your ass up.
Not just a drop in your weapon, but you fucking swing your axe back and just right on the back of your fucking head.
So that was your attack, right? Alright. I'm trying to think. There's nothing actually near you. So, but you're frozen for the moment, so he'll take the opportunity to reach out and fire a beam of that liquid nitrogen stuff from his hand.
Wonderful.
like a speed defense.
10?
No, the 10 was not max. Ignores armor. 5 damage.
And make the mic check.
No, this is even worse.
Oh, this is the hits.
Yeah,
15?
15 passes. For the stream, it's loses your next turn and moves a step down on the damage track automatically. So, don't even need to empty one of your pools. You just get smacked down to the next point of wound. Now your turn. Oh wait, you already went. That's where that one came from. This is the last turn you lost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, West and Ash, 1 speed defense. 4 passes on both of them. Because they're basically just level 1 creatures now. That goes to you, Ash and West.
Actually, I'm down 1 anymore.
You're down 1 of the
So
damage.
another
track.
goddamn one. Yeah, that shit was off big.
Oh,
15.
Roll in the goddamn box. I'm not talking about right now.
What was it?
9.
Ten consistent, yeah.
Yeah.
there was.
And I would put some effort into the damage.
Okay.
Which makes it a lot.
What were you doing, West?
Killing her.
And you rolled a what?
15.
Alright. Effort.
Yeah. But we'll get the fucking job done.
Oh yeah, it'll take that out. So now it goes back to Homeboy. Jay, you're going to be active this turn when he's making an attack on you this turn.
17.
And that does it. Chris.
Onslaught. Now what? Now, since I'm down, I think.
Basically right now, you don't get the benefit of rolling anything over a 17.
Okay.
Like 17 will normally get you +1 damage, but now 17 through 20 gets you a +1 damage. Every time you spend effort, it costs 1 extra point.
18 on the die to do the onslaught.
So you get +1 damage for 5.
And then I will put effort into it, so.
Which will cost you 3 to take it.
Yeah, that would take cost me 3.
Alright. How much total is that? 8?
8, yeah.
Alright, he's looking fairly burnt up and wrecked. Jay, can you hit him? Yeah, really much this game. I'm surprised at that.
He's not a hitter. He's been
He's a lover. Many things to consider there.
19.
19 does hit for +3 damage.
So I'll put some effort into it.
Sorry.
And how much total? 19. You're using what, a mace?
Yeah.
7, 10. Whatever was left of that globe and everything else on his chest is pretty much gone. He looks, there's like little sparks and shit flying out of his chest and wires hanging out. West and Ash.
It's just the one not going either.
No, you took it out.
Okay. Is there any of the little globes left?
He looks pretty wrecked at this point.
Might not say anything. And I can't push it.
He might with an effort. You don't have enough left to put effort into it?
Unless I put negative effort. Negative points into effort now. I'm at 2-6 right now. Yeah, nothing.
2, 2, and 6. Wow.
So all my stat goes up.
I'm surprised at that.
I will attempt to holy fuck this thing.
I'm just gonna use a GM intrusion on Ash here.
Yeah, true.
Yes. You're gonna give me point 2. Chris? Alright. When one of the orbs went down, it hit one of the tubes and cracked it, and it finally comes loose and a bunch of that liquid starts spraying out of it, making a speed roll.
So one of my balls comes loose and liquid starts spraying out of it?
Yeah.
Make a roll?
Yes. Or else you're gonna get caught in the this freezing liquid.
16.
It's more than enough. So basically all we're doing is making a nice patch of ice on the floor. But you get the
A
point.
nice patch place?
Yes. Very large patch
It's
of
like
ice.
smiling at me and stuff. And I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool.
No, it actually makes a bat symbol in the ice.
Cool, it's just like Batman. Fuck.
So you and Ash, what are y'all doing till him?
What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
No, you go ahead. I can't really do anything on this
I'm gonna leap up and attempt to stab it in the face.
Alright.
Speed and anything first.
No. He's tall, but it's not that tall where you can't do anything. So. 11 will hit on a 12.
I will put double effort in the damage.
Holy shit. Alright. How much is that?
6, 8.
Yeah, your attempt to stab him in the face succeeds. And pretty much takes most of his head off with it. It just demolishes all the little bits of hydraulics and pistons that were in his neck holding his head in place.
Dig it.
Jay might want to get out of the way of this 9-foot tall machine falling towards him now. So what are y'all doing when he comes crashing down?
Searching.
You're what?
Searching it.
Here goes Mr. Hero to rescue the people. I'm searching this one, bitch.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Alright, so you rush over to the people. Can you get them out?
I'm gonna try.
Alright, make it. Well, what are you gonna attempt? Are you gonna try and look for a legitimate way to get them out, or
Yeah, I'll see if there's any panels, switches, smash. levers.
make an intelligence roll? And let me smash! Oh yeah, you can figure it out. There's a couple of hidden panels on the back. It's like you can unlock. As soon as you do, a lot of that liquid comes draining out the back of it, and they slump down, and eventually the glass kind of
So that
pries
the
open.
tank figures out more than me.
Yeah.
What about these other tanks going to open?
You can, but these people have probably been there for far too long. Like, they were obviously just put in within the last day. The other people probably dead, just perfectly preserved. Yeah, you can try.
Resuscitate. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Huh? What?
They're not still warm.
Do they have their clothes or are they all naked?
Naked.
So that means how many tubes are there?
A lot.
That means somewhere all of their personal effects, ciphers, clothes, weapons, shit,
Or probably carried
stored.
off by the spider people.
Why would spider people need
Why
shit
would they not?
or ciphers?
Why would they not?
Because they're fucking animals.
You could just as well be talking about something like they're humanoid-ish.
Well, next time I see an 8-legged person, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Like a person.
Well, me and Ash were going to the store the other day, and I told him that we need to get one of those white tables, fold-out tables, because they were just slightly longer than this. And Ash was like, "You could use my penis as a table." And I'm like, "Wow, is it flat and that long?" He's like, "Well, you know, the Earth is round, but it looks flat from where you're standing." Took me a second to get it, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
You often talk about each other's cocks.
Yes.
It's cool.
No more, no less than you and Shane do. Talk about our
It's cool we're brothers though.
Yeah. Yeah, we're practically there.
Dude, that was an incest joke, dude.
And y'all look the same though.
So
So mine's like 4 inches bigger and like 2 inches thicker.
How did that happen?
that's scary because mine's already a beast. So they're okay then? I could.
Yeah, they seem to be okay. I mean, it takes a little bit to wake them up and everything, but once they've been gotten out of the liquid, they'll slowly start coming to. And of course, they're
Mission accomplished.
extraordinarily thankful and confused as to why they were in that liquid, and then wondering why they're naked. Of course, the girl, you know, she's a little shy about that, nervous. Not even her husband's gotten to see her like that yet.
Text
Here you guys
message.
are.
I'm wondering why we pull them out of the liquid and they're coming too.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Gotcha.
find something to cover her up with.
Good luck.
I'll cover up with my mouth.
So, do I find anything interesting on?
You're looking on the thing.
Yep.
Oh, okay. You're trying to scavenge the machine thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Roll intelligence.
No.
Guess you don't find anything.
I'll remove my shirt.
Yours. So now you're the one with hard nipples.
And this armor's cold.
They're asking questions. You know, where are we? How did we get here? What happened?
I'm gonna check the dude out as well, since he failed.
Okay.
Apparently the town was attacked and these things decided
And they remember that. They don't remember what happened much after that.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, you can find a few what looks like useful things.
Useful things. Hey man, I got some things.
Wow.
Some ciphers out of his body.
they brought y'all back here and they put you in these tubes.
Hey,
That's kind of when she sees the other tubes and heads and
hey,
starts panicking.
you think these
Could've been worse.
these bodies are viable for organ transplants?
I don't think they're going to be viable for much else.
Well preserved, we could.
They are perfect.
Necessity
Like,
to origins.
preserved. Looks like they're just asleep.
I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna start taking notes, do like a rough count,
Text message.
send the information out to my father.
All right. Anything else you guys are doing? She just wants out of here at this point.
Yeah, I'll
She's
start.
freaked out now that she
I'll
realizes what was going on.
Cover
here.
up, you know. So don't worry,
You trying to
we've got him.
scooch in on his woman that he just married? Is that what you're doing? Okay.
She wanted to be his woman if I wanted.
She's like 15, man.
I think that was normal.
I had some of that. Oh wait. Couple of years before they got together.
That's so terrible.
Shit.
You doing anything?
Not really.
So how are you getting them up out of this hole?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, bro.
Who has rope? If you have rope, why didn't you use it earlier?
I didn't
We
have
follow the
rope.
leader.
I actually have rope in my Explorer
I want
kit.
to
You brought
warm up.
rope to a wedding?
Ribbon.
Hello, Kink Games, come on.
What'd you say, Wes?
Oh, rope.
Alright. So you get him up out of there with that? Alright. She'll struggle with it a little bit, but
She can hold on to my back and I'll climb out if need be.
aren't you the gentleman?
You know, for a ghost.
Was there any other searching going on before y'all leave? Checking?
I'll do a
You
quick
get your
search
body
of the
count?
area.
That's not my priority.
We didn't find the room with their stuff.
You're not gonna just find a room filled with treasure.
No, I'm right, dude.
Big titty bitch is just a fall in the sky.
No shit.
Yeah, I'll do a perceptive, do like a search or something. 12, just in the area.
Hey, you find some shins,
Really?
buttons. Wow, that's pretty unique. I like that. Good point.
It's also going out. Capitalism's fun.
You want to take all that man's money like that?
How much is it?
120.
I'll give you 10.
Alright, I can eat tonight. Thanks.
Alright, so make it up out of the temple. A few minutes later, these guys come out.
No, I'm not waiting
Oh,
for
you're not waiting, just
It's
gonna start
extremely
walking.
cold up
It
here.
is cold.
We don't have time to, not.
Well, once you get out of the temple, it gets bearable. Especially out of that cave.
I'll keep them and they can keep up. Or they'll catch up.
Text
Ash,
message.
you want to do what all these little cipher things go carry him with for right now?
Just carry him with for now.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Text
get him out of here.
message.
Alright, so leaving the hologrammed area in the woods, yeah, with that. Sun's starting to come up. They get a little bit more talkative now that they're warmed up and safer. But ahead of you, you spot it looks like something laying on the ground, like just in the middle of the field. All
Something?
crumpled up, yeah.
Like a look.
It's an old man.
What's up to him?
I'll check him. Is he alive?
No, he's alive. Barely.
What happened?
He's unconscious.
Wake up!
Bleeding out. He has an ear severed, a couple of fingers severed.
Woo!
Yeah, that's close.
Text message.
Stop the bleeding. It's not gonna wake up.
Throw him over my shoulder.
You gonna power him to the rest of the way to town? The girl was gonna mention bringing him to the apothecary in town.